Alright, hello YouTube and beyond. This is Mike from Cabbage Patch Gaming. Here I'm bringing you my first Pokemon commentary online. Like to do online because it's really fun. So let's get started, shall we? Alrighty, so he sends out his fortress. This is Phil I'm fighting, first of all. And he switches out, goes into a Spiritomb. This is my Honda Civic. I have a Final Gambit set on this thing. It's really good for stopping things. Has acid spray, and I lower his defense, so he tries to calm mind it back up. Especially he's a kind of set her up our Spiritomb, and I'm just like, no acid spray, because Honda Civic doesn't play like that, and that does a lot more damage than I thought it would. And even with the special attack boost, so he switches into his Gastrodon. I take that time to recover because I know he's going to switch. So he goes back into his Spiritomb, and I try again, being an idiot with the acid spray, and lowers the defense. And I'm gonna go with, I think, a Bug Buzz here. Yep, that does a lot of damage considering its neutral damage with the stab and no special attack investments. He goes with Dark Pulse, and I'm just like, whatever. Stupid Gastrodon keeps walling me, and I thought I had enough HP down to go with a Final Gambit, so I do after this recover, and he Toxics me, so I'm like, oh, absolutely, must go with the Final Gambit right now, let's go. And it doesn't kill the Gastrodon, which is hilarious, because that thing is just a monster. So I go into Quagmire, and it's a cursing, standard Quagsire. It's pretty goon, I like it. And he has a Xatu out, and it's a dual screen Xatu. I'm just like, oh, this is wish passing. It's gonna get annoying. I keep cursing because I'm just gonna see what he can do with it. And brings up the other screen. It's fine because I've got a wall breaker or a screen breaker on my team. So he does the wish, and I believe he U-turns. Yep, U-turns out into his Amoonguss, which is, oh, I hate this thing. But little does he know what I have up my sleeve. And that Amoonguss is just going to annoy me throughout the game. I send in my Sawsbuck with Sap Sipper. He's like, oh, shit. I'm just like, LOL. I just switch out. And the Bon Voyage. And this thing is actually pretty key in my success here with its Brick Break. It's my own set. It's got like Brick Break, Stone Edge, Double Edge, and Bone Meringue. And it's got nice, thick club, of course. And so he gets his Stealth Rocks up. I'm not really too worried about it because I made my team so it can kind of take most status. I mean, most field, thingies. So, sorry. He goes back into his Amoonguss. I switch out into my Sawsbuck again, predicting a Spore, but he goes with the Clear Smog. And I was like, oh, stupid move on my part. So I go back out into my Chandelure, and this thing is the key to my success right here. Jeeves is just so good, and he's just like, oh crap, I can't take this. So he subs back into his, Gastrodon, and I subbed into my sub, yeah. So here's his Gastrodon, and he's thinking he can take a Shadow Ball or Fire Blast, but no, this thing is just absolutely amazing. His Spiritomb, even he can't take a Fire Blast. And I have Pain Split on this thing, and I never get to use it. I was kind of upset. I was, expecting to trick him out with the Pain Split because that's a new move I put on this set. I usually run a Hidden Power. So he sees the Victini. I'm like, switching my Espeon, who I forgot to nickname. I was going to call it Tails because, it looks like Tails from Sonic. So goes back into his Xatu, and I stay in with my Espeon, and he disappeared on the screen. Alrighty, so he's invisible, and Espeon is, actually pretty nice with the screens, and I Wish Patch. Ignore me. Anyways, back into my Sawsbuck. He U-turns, I take the hit because of the screens, and he goes into his Victini. I hate that thing. And, my wish pass for both of us, it's kind of funny, actually. And with the Reflect Up, I can take anything he hits me with, because this thing is defensive as well. So I go into a Brick Break, destroying the screens, and he goes with the clear smog because he thought I was going to switch into my Sawsbuck, but I'm like, nope, I will never do that. And I go with the Boomerang, hoping to do a lot more damage, but his Amoonguss is a bulky SOAB. So I'm like, he's completely useless. I tried to attack him, but I'm still asleep. And that's when I switch back into my Jeeves. And this thing just completely destroys his team now, because he has a choice, Banded, Teeny. And I'm just like, LOL. Subbing back in. He doesn't really have anything to do, pretty much, because, I'm really fast. I run timid set. He goes with the U-turn. I don't know why he went with the U-turn, but he goes back into his fortress. It's completely useless now, so I'm just gonna destroy it with a Shadow Ball, and it faints. And I'm doing pretty decent, actually. This is the first time I've ever tried this team out against him. That's his new team. Goes with the Zen Headbutt, Shadow Ball, and I continue to sweep him pretty mercilessly. And it was a good game to Phil. He beat me that last time, if you saw that commentary, with my normal team. So I'm just like, oh, hell no, I need to get back at him. So I did. Good game, Phil. I love you, man. Good battle, good battle. See you next time. All right, guys. Take care, my children.